a little bit of a scary thing happened this morning, right? Yeah. We all saw the news that Bill Self wasn't going to be coaching, and we got the press release that came out. Now, I'm going to read exactly what it said because I think it's important to say that the way that they put it. Bill Self did not suffer a heart attack as reported by some media. He arrived at the emergency department last night and underwent a standard procedure that went well. He is expected to make a full recovery, but he will not be returning for the rest of the Big 12 tournament. His status for the NCAA tournament is unclear. I don't really want to dive into the medical side of this because there's too much that we don't know. And spoiler alert, none of us are doctors. What I will say is we all know Bill Self. We all like Bill Self, and we all want the best for Bill Self as a human being, not just as a basketball coach. But I want to ask you guys, if you ever dealt with a situation where you were going into the most important part of the year or any time of the year and your coach had to step away because of health issues, you ever had an interim coach? Does it help that Norm Roberts was the head coach? One at St. John's for 6 years, and two for the first 4 games of this season. RC, you go first.
No, I think it definitely helps. I mean, he started out the year, his team played really well up under him. So he's been a former head coach. He's a longtime assistant. He's been there. He's well respected. I didn't expect much drop off at all. And they came out today and took care of business. And I don't think it'll resolve much. Obviously, you can't replace Bill Self. He's as good as there is. You know, I think when it's all said and done, he'll be possibly in the
ever.
Mount Rushmore of coaching when it's all said and done. And the only thing I'm disappointed for him, hoping he's healthy, but I thought they had a legitimate chance at repeating. And that's always something special.
I think the fact that Norm took over at the beginning of the season, I think that it just made it for a flawless situation. Yeah, like it was already ready-made or flawless, seamless. Yeah, you're using the right word. I'm not. But I think that certainly helps. Thinking about Bill, obviously, I mean, that's scary. Anytime the word procedure comes in after an emergency situation, I mean, it's always scary. So hope Bill's okay. But like you said, RC, like he one of the best to do it, and his level of consistency is like unbelievable. Yeah. But that all being said, Norm's been with him for a while. The rest of his staff has been with him for a long time. You can't replace that magic, that Bill Self magic. But at the same time, I mean, that's certainly it's scary. It's scary all the way around.
Yeah, we hope the best for him. And the one thing I think the message that should be taken away from this is everybody get your stuff, get your health checked, go to the doctor. My wife is always banging on me about that, and it's something that I probably should do a little bit more. I do think that they won the title last year. You got a veteran point guard, you got a veteran leader in Jalen Wilson. KJ Adams has been around the program forever. You have guys that kind of, it's not like you have a whole bunch of freshmen. You got a couple, right? So they have some veterans on there. But I will say this. It's starting to look like we thought this was going to be a wide open tournament. And now Alabama's dealing with all these off-court distractions. You got a bunch of freshmen that are going to be going into press conferences, having to answer questions about stuff they've never really had to answer questions about before, right? How is that going to be a distraction? You got UCLA, Jalen Clark, torn Achilles, done for the year. You have Kansas dealing with this Bill Self stuff. You have Purdue, who's kind of fallen off a little bit. Outside of Tennessee's fault, like outside of the Baylor lost for the second straight time today. So, hey guys, just a reminder, our sponsor for today's episode is Run Your Pool. They are hosting the Field of 68 Bracket Challenge. This year, they are giving away $1,500 in free prizes. It's all an incentive for you to get on there and find out just how good their platform is. I've been using them for my bracket pools for years. I've used them for Super Bowl squares. I use them for everything that I need to use them for. The biggest survivor pool that I'm in for both NFL and NCAA tournament is by Run Your Pool. So go check them out. The link's below. Tap in.